2015 Paper One Part A 嚟我基本意思解咗俾你聽，問題嗰啲 assume 你自己睇嘅咯。In from the code among 即係喺意思 warm-hearted Koreans 韓國人。The 10 years ago, Oxford University graduate 即係畢業生。Graduate 呢個人咧 move to Seoul 韓國首都 preferring the warmth Korean society 小心發音 society called Britain 31歲 31 hyphen 嘅時候記得係入邊單數會行眾數。Has since author present perfect author 即係寫咗 two books of his adopted homes adopted 佢應該係去咗領養家庭或者被領養啦。And has several other volumes in the pipeline. The pipeline 即係準備整嘅意思，簡單啦。In the pipeline 即係準備整，而家未整。佢9成9考你問你整咗幾多本書，應該係淨係寫咗2本，其他寫緊。Spokes to 一個人啦嚇 ，about his latest title. Due out 即係準備係推出市場。You started like many other Westerners in Korea teaching English. When did you begin writing about Korea? Why? 各位 join the Economist 啦 ，Economist 好重要呢本雜誌，經濟學人雜誌。想當年就係呢本雜誌令到我啲英文提升，出名貴，出名深。I thought eventually I would like 呢個係would like 嘅縮寫。Like to write about a book, Korea, because nobody else is really doing it. Why weren't they? Korea is a bit off the radar. Off the radar. 離開雷達即係唔係好多人識。For most people in Western countries. In 1980s, Japan was the big story and people pay attention to China, pay attention to. And now because of gun phrase, its huge population and market, Korea has fallen. Yeah, present perfect one. In between these two countries, in your book you write about the invisible hug. Is that something exclusive? Exclusive 即係只有得佢有，其他人冇。A lot of Koreans 就講呢樣嘢 the warmth between people and mutual sacrifice 互相犧牲，即係唔係淨係我犧牲，唔係淨係你犧牲，相互 mutual sacrifice is uniquely 好特別嘅意思。It's nonsense, makes sense, but Korea has words to describe these things which show they're important. 佢呢嚿嘢 is a burden, oppression, or injustice 唔公平啊 ，you can't correct. Its cause never goes away, but you can temporarily forget. Temporary 係暫時。By 通過 pursue 追求 ，mimic fun, and this is where 呢嚿嘢 comes in。考試唔會所有知識解，咁就估推論。But it's pure joy. The word isn't as famous as 呢個。I think it should. Even traditional Korean funerals, 喪禮 used to 曾經用 used to 即係曾經習慣而家。Feature extreme alcohol consumption。飲酒嘅消耗即係飲酒 ，extreme 極端。乜乜 singing and the like. So often when Westerners think of East Asians, the stereotypes 要識啦，即係一啲傳統觀念，你覺得係，但係未必啱。Of 呢嚿嘢 and self-control, so-called immature Oriental come to mind, but Koreans in fact tend to 出咗好多次啦 ，tend to 即係 susceptible 傾向 very expressive and open with their feelings, and somehow sadness and happiness both seem to be magnified 被放大被動句。How is it great different from your first book? It's still about South Korea, but it's aimed at 係一個被動句叫咩啦 ？A younger audience 觀眾。Consider it's a gateway for those like K-pop or TV shows from Korea, but don't know anything about the country. A few chapters about K-pop are into K-pop. Generally, K-pop is for teenagers. I'm not saying it's strong, it's good business. It's a good business. 好好嘅生意。But I like music played by people who mean they are writing. And some people think all Korean music is K-pop, but they are really good music in Korea, and that's not superficial. 唔表面啊，唔表面即係深入。Or play on the radio or on TV. And doesn't go outside Korea. And one of my favorite bands is Third Line Butterfly. And these guys are not wish famous. They are ordinary guys. 普通人。You can be friends with. When I'm friends with them, there is an interview with Gangnam Style singing. It's funny, tricky. 跟住唔仲 affluent 即係有錢嘅區 affluent district, which is superficial and flash. How about Korean soaps? I don't like the drama stuff. They're trying to play with your emotions with Cinderella stories. 佢唔中意，因為佢玩弄情緒 emotions. Beautiful girls from poor family marries rich guy. Korea's probably not the best country in which to be a woman. If you're a young woman in Korea, what's the best way to become wealthy and achieve status? Sadly, is to marry someone. You also write about how Koreans are obsessed with success and education. Be obsessed with 即係沉迷成功 in education. You find these mothers in Ghana, and they're scary. I taught English and meet kids who materially led awesome lives. Materially 你即係物質上，未必精神上，過住好好嘅生活 led awesome lives, and they would show up in these big Mercedes with bags as big as they were. But if they didn't get an A grade in something, their parents would get mad. And next time you get them, they'd be crying. Wealthy families are obsessed with education. It's a status thing. Preserve your status. 保障保護 and show the rest of the world that you are preserving your status in case of the well. Why do you continue to live in Korea? That's the thing that keeps me in Korea. Korea makes me a better friend to my friends. England's a cool society. A cold society growing up, I suppose. I always wanted this feeling of being connected to people. I thought English people were a bit too cynical, 即係好負面、厭世嘅，即係成日投訴咗啦。Korea is a place where you say I like your love with this weight. I really like that. 所以佢隱約比較咗英國嘅文化同韓國嘅文化啲唔同。咁啊 ，Test Two，Tudor。Tudor 係個錶嘅牌子，但係我唔知道係咪錶嘅牌子。Covers impossible 即係冇可能。Impossible Korea. The Daniel Tudor is one of the most influential， 擺到明係錶呢個人。Influential 係有影響力。Correspondence 你當記者。One of the least known as the reporter of The Economist, which doesn't use bylines. Most of his work is published anonymous， 即係唔出名嘅，無名啊，唔想俾人知佢叫咩名嗰邊。But Mr. Tudor's profile is about to take a sharp rise with the publication of his new book, Korea, the Impossible Country. It's the first English language book to cover the whole waterfront of South Korea's society, historical, cultural, economic, social, political. And since one by other influential British expat 即係去嗰度做嘢，去外國做嘢而居住喺當地叫 expats. With Koreans, which was originally published in 1998 and revised in 2004. Mr. Bin provided a recommendation on Mr. Tudor's book jacket. Korea, the Impossible Country, is also likely to 好可能 to be get added to the list of must read. 點解呢個 read？ 因為一個形容詞同埋啲 must read， 唔係 must read. For anyone from outside of South Korea who wants to do business or live in the country, there's a small cut, unfortunately, in addition to 係除了嘅意思，除咗係本書之外 the other indispensables 無可避免嘅意思。A diamond dilemma 即係矛盾，好難做決定。Doing business in Korea and Robert 呢個嘢 guidebooks for places and sightseeing. Indeed, the list of must-read books about North Korea is far longer. 咁佢咧 pushes into new social and economic territory with his book, including the rising role of immigrants, multicultural 多元文化嘅 families and even gay people， 有啲係同性戀。He lays out some of the contradictory behavior， 好矛盾，即係 dilemma。contradictory 即係相反嘅意思。Find South Korea such as unending desire for new and trendy gadgets， 即係你要嘅手機啊、iPad 啊 ，unending 嘅 desire 即係不停追求。And fashion yet tunnel-like view of what constitutes a successful life， 同埋追求一啲好似隧道咁嘅觀點，即係好 narrow 嘅睇法。Constitutes 係導致。At the end, he asks the question that nearly every visitor has after spending some time in South Korea. Why aren't people happy with what they've done？ 好明顯佢指出咗韓國嘅 society 都幾強調 material， 同埋佢哋嘅 culture 都幾 multi 嘅，但係似乎作者都有少少個人睇法。希望呢個導讀會幫到你，加油！